Assalamualaikum and very good morning to our lecturer. It is Dr. Nur Akilah binti Muhammad Amin. We are from Group 1 and my name is Muhammad Safwan Benjamin Nasi and my matrix number is 06 DET30053 1079. So the topic for today is advantage and disadvantage of hydro power plant. We have 6 points that we need to search about advantage and disadvantage. For the first one is installation, second one is maintenance, third one is availability, location, environment impact and output power. So for the introduction is hydropower plant is an electricity producing plant is which the water is an essential fuel. The potential energy is being converted into kinetic energy and kinetic energy is further converted into mechanical and into electric energy with the help of a turbine and motor. So this is the photo that can you see the water from the dam will flow to the with the penstock and go to the valve. So the water pressure will spin the turbine. So the turbine shaft will generate electricity. For the first one is installation. Advantage installation hydropower plant. First, renewable energy. Hydropower plant harness the energy of flowing water, providing a consistent and renewable source of electricity. So maksud dia macam benda ni takkan habis. Dia jimat. Benda ni jimat. For the second one is low greenhouse gas emission. Hydroelectricity generate power without direct emission of greenhouse gas, contributing a cleaning air and reduced environment impact compared to fossil fuel. Dia macam mana cakap? Dia lebih selamat berbanding yang lain macam minyak. Kalau minyak nak hasilkan tenaga, dia hasilkan tenaga tapi dia akan keluarkan side effect, iaitu macam keluarkan asap, kotor, karbon monoksida. For the third one is renewable power generation. Hydropower offer a stable and provided energy output as it is not dependent on weather condition or varying sunlight, ensuring a consistent power supply. For the fourth one is long lifespan. Hydropower plant typically have long operation lifespan, contributing to their sustainability and longevity as energy infrastructure. Maksudnya benda ni akan tahan sangat lama. Macam kita tahu kat negara kita Malaysia, kita mempunyai sungai yang sangat banyak dan tangkungan air yang sangat banyak juga. Dan setiap benda yang baik pasti ada yang buruk. So disadvantage installation for hydropower plant is the first one is environment impact. Construction of dam and reservoir can lead to significant environmental destruction, including habitat loss, alteration of river ecosystem and displacement of local wildlife. Macam kita tahu, kalau kita nak buat empangan, kita perlu satu kawasan berbukit untuk jadi kawasan tadahan air kita. For the second one, land use and reservoir creation. Hydropower plant require large area for resource, leading to the submission of land, forest and sometimes even entire communities. Contohnya paling senang sekali Tasik Kenyir lah kalau kat Malaysia. Macam kita tahu Tasik Kenyir itu banyak penduduk orang asli terpaksa dipindah keluar untuk membuat empangan Tasik Kenyir itu. Sebab dia memerlukan kawasan yang sangat luas. Macam kita tahu Tasik Kenyir itu adalah sungai terbesar dalam Malaysia. Sungai buatan Malaysia, sungai buatan manusia paling besar. For the second one is maintenance cost. Advantage maintenance cost hydropower plant. Low operating and maintenance cost. Hydropower plant generally have lower ongoing operational and maintenance costs compared to some other energy source, contributing to cost effectiveness over the long term. For the second one is long operational lifespan. Longer operational lifespan than many other form of power generation, reducing the frequency of major replacement or overhaul. The third one is predictable maintenance schedule. Hydro plant often have predictable maintenance schedule, allowing for efficient planning and minimizing unexpected downtime. For the disadvantage, high initial capital investment. While maintenance costs for hydropower are generally low, the high initial capital investment can still pose a financial challenge, especially for large-scale project. Complex maintenance procedure. Some maintenance tasks for hydroelectric facility, such as repair to turbine or dam component, can be complex and may require specialized expertise, leading to higher labor costs. For the third one is availability. Advantage availability hydropower plant. First, reliable power generation. Hydropower plant provide a consistent and reliable source of electricity, and they are not dependent on weather condition like solar or wind power. Maksudnya sungai ni akan terus je mengalir sebab kita ada tajahan air yang sangat banyak. So air tu akan just mengalir je dan tenaga elektrik akan sentiasa terhasil. Tak macam solar. Solar perlukan cahaya matahari. And Malaysia ni kadang-kadang cuaca tak menentu, kadang hujan, kadang cerah. Macam tu lah. For the second one is base load power production. Hydroelectricity is well suited for providing base load power, meeting the constant demand for electricity, which ensures grid stability and reliability. Third one is quick response to demand charge. Hydropower plant can quickly respond to charge in electricity demand by adjusting the flow of water through turbine, offering flexibility and adaptability in meeting varying energy need. Maksud dia macam kalau kita perlukan elektrik yang banyak, dia akan buka lagi besar turbin tu supaya air lagi banyak mengalir, dan semakin laju lah dia punya turbin tu akan berpusing dan menghasilkan tenaga elektrik yang banyak. And disadvantage availability hydropower plant is environmental variability. Hydroelectric power generated can be affected by variance in rainfall and weather pattern, leading to fluctuation in water availability and potential change in power output. Drought impact. Extended period of drought can significantly reduce water level in river and reservoir, impacting the availability of water for power generating and potentially causing energy store shortages. For the fourth one is location. Advantage location hydropower plant. The first one is job creation. The construction and operation of hydropower power plant create job opportunity contributing to local economy. Maksudnya kerja location ni boleh buat kerja lah, boleh menghasilkan banyak pendapatan untuk negara, boleh bagi peluang pekerjaan kepada penduduk setempat. Yang second one is flood control. Reserve created by hydro dam can help regulate water flow, preventing flood in downstream area during heavy rainfall. Dia macam maksud dia boleh kawal kalau banjir lah, dia boleh tak ada air. Kalau perlukan air tu mengalir, dia akan mengalir ke dam, dia mengalir ke empangan. The third one is renewable energy source. Hydropower is renewable and released on the water cycle, making it sustainable and eco-friendly energy option. The fourth one is long lifespan. Hydroelectric facilities often have a long operation life, typically several decades, making them a durable and cost-effective investment. For disadvantage location hydropower plant is environment impact. The construction of dam and reserve can have significant environment consequences, including habitat destruction, alteration of river ecosystem, and displacement of local flora and fauna. Dia macam dia memerlukan ruang yang baik, ruang yang sangat banyak macam tadi kak. So haiwan ataupun tumbuhan tidak dapat, kalau tidak peka, dia akan terperangkap and boleh matilah. Paling teruk sekali tumbuh-tumbuhan yang tidak boleh bergerak. The second one is limited suitable location. Not all areas are suitable for hydropower plant, as they require a sufficient and consistent water supply. This limit their development to specific geographic location. Macam Tasik Kenyir tu, memang tempat dia memang strategik lah. Kawasan berbukit, kedalaman yang sesuai. Nak cari tempat untuk buat hydropower plant ni tak mudah. Macam kat Malaysia ni ada berapa tempat je. For the fifth one is environment impact. Advantage environment impact hydropower plant. Greenhouse gas emission. Hydroelectric power generating produces minimal greenhouse gas emission compared to fossil fuel, contributing to lower overall carbon footprint and mitigating climate change. Second one is renewable energy source. Hydroelectricity is renewable energy source, utilizing the earth natural water cycle for power generation without depleting finite resource. the third one is air quality. Unlike fossil fuel based power plant, hydroelectric plant don't emit air pollutants such as sulfur dioxide and nitric oxide, improving local air quality and reducing respiratory heart risks. And the disadvantage environment impact hydro power plant is habitat alteration, sedimentation, water temperature change. For the last one and the sixth, output power. Advantage installation hydro power plant. But first one is stable and reliable. Hydroelectric power provide a stable and reliable source of electricity. Second one is base load power generation. Many hydro plants can operate continuously, providing a constant output of electricity. This make them well suited for base load power generation, meeting the minimum electricity demand. For disadvantage location hydro power plant is vulnerability to climate variability. It is hydroelectric power generation is dependent on water availability, making plant vulnerable to change in precipitation and climate variability. Drought can significantly impact output. The second one is environmental constraints. Environmental considerations such as the need to maintain river ecosystem and minimize habitat distribution can impose constraint on the design of and operation of hydroelectric project. For the conclusion is, in conclusion, while hydroelectric power offer numerous benefits such as sustainability, low greenhouse gas emission, and reliability, it also poses challenges related to environmental and social impact, site limitation, and upfront costs. Striking a balance between hardness and advantage and mitigating the disadvantage require careful planning, environmental consideration, and community engagement in the development of electricity project.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lutfil Hadi bin Ahya and my matrix number is 06 DET30053. Okay, now I want to talk about advantage and disadvantage of thermal power plant. For installation, the advantage is reliability and baseload power generation. Thermal power plant provide a consistent and reliable source of electricity, making them suitable for baseload power generation. For advantage number 2 of high efficiency, modern thermal power plant, especially those using advanced technologies like combined cycle plant, and can receive high level of efficiency in converting fuel into electricity. For advantage number 3, cost effective. Thermal power plant are often cost effective to build and operate, especially in region where fuel resource and abundant and affordable. For the disadvantage of thermal power plant, number 1, environmental pollution. Thermal power plant emit pollution into the atmosphere, including carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and particulate matter. For number 2, water usage. Thermal power plant require large amount of water for cooling purpose. For number 3, water pollution. The discharge of heat water back into water bodies after use in the cooling process can alter the temperature of the receiving water, negatively affecting aquatic life. Okay, kalau advantage pertama, yang reliability and baseload power generation tu, dia menyediakan sumber elektrik yang konsisten dan dia boleh percayai. Dia menjadikannya sesuai untuk penjanaan kuasa beban asas. Yang kedua, high efficiency tu, dia bila kita pakai yang moden, terutamanya yang menggunakan teknologi canggih, dia boleh mencapai tahap kecekapan yang tinggi dalam tukar bahan api kepada bahan elektrik. Yang nombor 3, cost effective tu, dia menjimatkan kos untuk membina dan beroperasi, terutamanya kat kawasan-kawasan yang sumber bahan apinya banyak. Okay, kalau yang disadvantage pula, environmental pollution tu, dia yang tak baiknya haba tu dia keluarkan dekat atmosfera. Haba tu termasuk karbon dioksida, sulfur dioksida, nitrogen dioksida dan bahan-bahan lain. Okay, disadvantage kedua, water usage tu, dia kena guna jumlah air yang banyak untuk tujuan penyejukan. So tak bagus lah. Lepas tu yang nombor 3, dia akan menyebabkan water pollution, pencemaran air. Pencemaran air tu sebab dia akan lepaskan air tu dekat dalam. Lepas tu dia untuk menggunakan proses penyujukan. Lepas tu dia boleh memberi kesan negatif dekat hidupan akuatik macam ikan. Okay, for number 2, advantage and disadvantage or maintenance cost of thermal power plant. For the advantage, number 1, environmental impact. Thermal power plant release large amount of greenhouse gas, primarily carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere. Number 2, water consumption. Thermal power plant requires significant amount of water for cooling purpose. Number 3, land use. Thermal power plant, especially those using conventional technologies like coal-fired plant, require large amount of land for both the power plant itself and the extraction of fuel source. Next, for the advantage, number 1, unplanned downtime. Unexpected equipment failures and breakdowns can lead to unplanned downtime, disrupting the continuous operation of the power plant. For number 2, complex system. Thermal power plant involve complex system with numerous interconnected component. For number 3, fuel price. Many thermal power plant rely on fossil fuel whose price can be volatile. Okay, kalau yang environmental impact tu, dia bebaskan sejumlah besar gas rumah hijau. Okay, kalau yang water consumption, dia gunakan banyak air untuk penyujukan. Kalau yang land use, dia akan gunakan tanah. Dia perlukan jumlah yang besar tanah untuk kedua-dua loji jana kuasa itu sendiri. Okay, kalau yang disadvantage, unplanned downtime tu, dia masa yang tak dirancang, kegagalan dengan kerosakan peralatan yang tidak dijangka. Okay, for the availability, advantage and disadvantage. Advantage, first, reliability and base load power. Thermal power plant, particularly coal and natural gas plant, are capable of providing a steady and reliable source of electricity. Number 2, energy security. Thermal power plant can use a variety of fuel source, including coal, natural gas, and oil. Number 3, mature technology. Thermal power generation technology, especially coal and gas fire plant, are well established and widely understood. For the advantage, first, finite fuel source. Coal and natural gas commonly used in thermal power plant are finite resources. Number 2, water consumption. Thermal power plant require large amount of water for cooling purpose. This high water consumption can have environmental implication. And number 3, land use and habitat disruption. The construction and operation of thermal power plant may necessitate significant land use. Okay, kalau yang reliability and base load power itu, dia mampu menjadikan sumber elektrik yang stabil. Okay, for next, advantage and disadvantage location of thermal power plant. For advantage, proximity to energy resources. Selecting a location near the energy resources, such as coal mine for coal fire plant or natural gas field for gas fire plant. Number 2, access to cooling water. Thermal power plant require large amount of cooling water. And number 3, environmental consideration. Optimal site selection involve considering environmental factor. For the disadvantage, air quality and air pollution. Locating a thermal power plant in densely populated areas can contribute air pollution. For disadvantage number 2, land use competition. Choosing a location in area with competing land use such as agricultural or residential areas. For number 3, limited fuel supply. If the plant relies on imported fuel, it can hike the fuel price. Untuk advantage pertama, proximity to energy resources tu, dia dekat dengan sumber tenaga, macam lombong arang batu. Lepas tu yang kedua, dia access cooling water, dia perlukan banyak air untuk proses penyujukan. Yang ketiga, environmental tu, dia pertimbangkan alam sekitar lah, dia meminimumkan kesan ke atas ekosistem. Okay, yang disadvantage, air quality tu, kualiti air tu akan tercemar, dia akan menyebabkan pencemaran air. Okay, for the advantage and disadvantage environmental impact, efficiency improvement, ongoing investment in thermal power plant technologies. For number 2, carbon capture and storage. Number 3, combined heat and power system. For the disadvantage, like air pollution, greenhouse emission, water usage, and thermal power pollution. Alright, for last, advantage and disadvantage output power. Reliable, for the advantage, reliable and continuous power generation, thermal power plant can provide a continuous and reliable source of electricity. Number 2, high power output, thermal power plant, especially those using fossil fuel like coal, natural gas and oil, can achieve high power output. For number 3, grid stability, thermal power plant play a crucial role in maintaining grid stability. For the disadvantage, resource depletion. Fossil fuel, which are the primary energy source for many thermal power plant, are finite resources. Number 2, for this disadvantage is health impact. Emission for thermal power plant can have adverse effect on human health, contributing to respiratory problem. For number 3, long startup and shutdown time. Some thermal power plant, especially those using certain technologies, have longer startup and shutdown time. For the conclusion, advantage and disadvantage thermal power plant. While hydroelectric power offers numerous benefits such as sustainability, low greenhouse gas emission and reliability, it also poses challenges related to environmental and social impact, silent radiation and upfront costs. Striking a balance between harnessing the advantage and mitigating the disadvantage requires careful planning, environmental consideration and community engagement and in the development of hydroelectric project.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Nur Shahrus Nizam bin Muhammad Yazid and my matrix number 06DT22F1012. Okay, for the question 2, we choose flue gas desulfurization for eco-friendly method. And this is the original one. The title is Flue Gas Desulfurization by Clean Electricity Through Advanced Coal Technologies 2012. And this is the link. For the journal 2, the title is Review of Electrostatic Participator Device for Reduce of Diesel Engine Particulate Matter by Agung Sadraja and Ahmad Fitri Yusof 2014. And this is the link. Okay, the waste and pollution produced by the power plant. The burning process of the fuel from the main engine impact on air pollution. The burning result in a form of emission, fuel either sulfur oxide or nitrogen oxide, also impact the greenhouse effect that will lead into global warming. Maximum mitigation of sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxide from muffler sheet. The prohibition of intention emission as material that can damage the ozone. One of the sources considered as the cause of pollution is the fuel burning either in solid, wood, coal, and charcoal, liquid fuel, and gas fuel. Ships that are using HFO, high fuel oil, as the fuel consists in a high sulfur concentration, heavy metal, polycycline, aromatic, hydrocarbon, and other. Okay, this is the operation block diagram for flue gas desulfurization. From the gas condensate like cruise, go to physical stabilization in debutation regime. Okay. For the C4 and lower, go to desulfurization of oxygenated casing head gas on KSM, catalyzed. Okay, for the C4 and higher, go to mercaptans extraction chimerous process. And then go to oxidation of mercaptans and organic sulfides chimers KSP process. Then this distillation, and then go to chemical gasoline component or TS1 aviation fuel or diesel fuel cut for hydro finishing. Okay, for the impact to the environmental, can cause health effect and can penetrate the cell membranes into the blood and even reach in the brain. And then the air pollution currently become the crucial problem and have impact environment, especially for the health. Okay, particulate matter in ultrafine or nanoparticle has a huge impact on human health since the particulate has poison material. Okay, kat sini maksudnya dia boleh impact kepada kesihatan manusia. Dia masuk melalui membran plasma. Okay, lepas tu dia boleh masuk dalam darah. Lepas tu dia terus pergi ke otak. And then daripada air pollution tu, dia boleh memberi impact juga dekat kesihatan kita. Dia macam saya cakap tadi. Okay, this is the diagram for flue gas desulfurization power plant. In conclusion, flue gas desulfurization stands as a critical technologies in the pursuit of cleaner and more sustainable industrial practice. Its success in reduced sulfur dioxide emission demonstrate its effective in safeguarding the environment and public health. Continuous research and invention will further refine FGD flow gas desulfurization system, addressing challenges and ensuring their widespread adoption. As industrial and policymakers collaborate to balance economic interests with environmental responsibility, flue gas desulfurization remain as a key tool in the ongoing effort to create a more sustainable and environmentally friendly future. For the question number 4, topic 5, consumer. Question A, sketch the demand curve for load, and then we calculate the maximum load, average load, and factor. Question B, we explain 4 factors that affect the power quality. Okay, 4 factor. What is the 4 factor? That 1, voltage fluctuation, harmonic distortion, voltage sense, and then blackout and transient.
Okay, for question 4 for the load curve, 0 to 6 in hour, 40 kilowatt, 6 to 10, 60 kilowatt, 10 to 12, 80 kilowatt, 12 to 16, 70 kilowatt, 16 to 20, 90 kilowatt, 20 until 24 is 50 kilowatt. Okay, dia punya calculation untuk maximum demand. Maximum demand tu dia load paling tinggi, dia dekat 90 kilowatt. Lepas tu untuk cari average load dia, number of unit generate in a day dalam kilowatt per hour bagi dengan 24 jam. Okay, 6 darab 40 tambah 4 darab 60 tambah 2 darab 80 tambahkan dengan 4 darab 70 tambah 4 darab 90 tambah 4 darab 50. Kita bahagikan dengan 24, tambah semua tu bagi 24. Lepas tu kita akan dapat 61.67 kilowatt hour. Lepas tu untuk cari load factor pula, average load bahagikan dengan max load darab 100%. Okay, average load tu kita dapat 61.67 kilowatt bahagikan dengan max load 90 kilowatt darabkan dengan 100, kita akan dapat 68.52% untuk load factor.
Voltage fluctuation description. Voltage fluctuation, including voltage flicker, means a rapid voltage change in fundamental frequency voltage over several cycles. The rapid voltage change could also be in the form of cyclic change. Voltage flicker. Note: voltage fluctuation are normally caused by start up, inrush, current, or switching operation of equipment. So this is the effect and cause. Voltage fluctuation degrade the performance of the equipment and cause instability of the internal voltage and currents of electronic equipment. However, voltage fluctuation less than 10% do not affect electronic equipment. The main cause of the voltage fluctuation are pulse power output, resistance value, start up of device of driver, arc furnaces, drive with rapidly changing load, and rolling mile.
My name is Muhammad Iqbal bin Masloum and my metric number is 06DET22F1067. Okay, now I will talk about harmonic distortion. For the description, harmonic distortion are common voltage and current variation due to change in frequencies within the electrical distribution system. In particular, there are deviation from typical sinusoidal variation in voltage or current. The effect and cause from the harmonic distortion is the effect of harmonic can be overheating of transformers, cables, motors, generators, and capacitors connected to the same power supply with device generating the harmonics. Electronic display and lighting may flicker, circuit breaker can trip, computer may fail, and metering can give false reading. If the cause of the above mentioned system is not known, then there is cause to investigate the harmonic distortion of the electricity distribution at the plant. The effects are likely to show up in the customer's plant before they show on the utility system. This technical guide has been published to help customer to understand the possible harmonic problems and make sure the harmonic distortion level are not excessive. Now I will pass it to Lutfil Hadi.
Okay, now I want to talk about voltage tags. The description. A voltage tag, also known as a voltage dip, is a short-term reduction of the voltage magnitude. Voltage tags are identified by threshold value of voltage magnitude. There is no consistent international definition of the voltage magnitude or time period that defines a voltage tag. The IEEE defined a tag as a decrease in RMS voltage to between 0.1 and 0.9 pu for duration from 0.5 cycle to 1 minute. This info I get at Google by Sarat Pereira Sin Elfi 2023.
Okay, for the effect and causes of voltage sense, in what direction of electric meter, power quality issue exists. It is typically the local utility that is primed for voltage sense. The equipment within a plant is often to the blame for voltage sense event. Switching operation are the most common human-created event. Human-created events like switching operation also constitute the majority of natural event, even if the problem is caused by sense in power meter or other power quality issue. It's difficult to determine the source of the issue. Okay, that's meaning. Okay, daripada sini kita nampak efek dia puncanya berlaku daripada contohnya bila disambar peti, dia akan berlakunya voltage sense tu. Dia punya efek dia dekat satu jam peralatan yang sensitif terhadap voltage sense ni.
Okay, next about blackout and transient. Description. A blackout is a total loss of power, where a brownout is intentional. A blackout is completely unexpected. Various circumstances can cause a blackout, such as first, damage electrical line, lightning striking electrical poles, ice on power line, fallen tree branches of power line, a spike in power demand that push the grid past its limit. Next, an earthquake that damaged power line, a vehicle that collided with a utility pole, and finally, severe weather.
Effect and cause. Blackout lead to many problems, including heavy economic loss, power system equipment damage, and has a wide effect on livelihood. This is so because the living is fully dependent on reliable and quality power system. For the first point is extreme weather. Strong wind take down tree and knock out transmission line. Snow and rain cause flooding can damage substation and other infrastructure, not to mention making it difficult for engineers to fix.
The other effect and causes from blackout and transient is large-scale accidents and system failures such as software crashes, component fault, fire, explosion, and basic human error. Infrastructure attack also is the blackout and transient effect. Substation can be damaged by vandal or thief trying to steal copper, while terrorists can target them using bombs or other physical weapon.
Okay, for the lastly effect on causes blackout. Okay, space weather. Okay, sun-based phenomena such as geometric storm, solar flares, and meteor can have a devastating impact on the satellites and electrical infrastructure.